Hello and welcome to my video about getting started with Android App Inventor. And this is the video that accompanies the handout that you will have been given in class. So yeah, as it says, let's get started. On the handout it will say that you do need to have a Google Mail account or just a standard Google account. As it says on there, go ahead and get set up with one if you don't have one already. But if you do, go ahead and sign in. As you can see here, I'm already signed in, so I'm ready to go. What you'll then need to do is enter the address shown on the handout in step 2, which is that one just there, and then go ahead and navigate to that page. Okay, so we've navigated to the App Inventor setup page, so goodly provided by Android. It's part of a really great set of tutorials that they've provided that I'd strongly suggest having a look at before trying to do anything on App Inventor really. And this page says you've got all the information to set up your computer, and then go on to setting up either your phone or your emulator and then building your first app. But we're going to focus on setting up the computer. What we've got there is your system requirements for whichever system you're running and which browser requirements you got. I'm using Internet Explorer, but yeah, you can use anything moderately up to date. There's also a test for the Java configuration if you want to run that. I definitely suggest doing that. But as I say, we're going to be concentrating on setting up the computer. So we're going to go ahead and go with the instructions for Windows. Okay then, so you've followed the Windows setup link. That brings us to this page. Really great step-by-step instructions again. What we're going to be focusing on is downloading the installer. It just gives you some more safety tips by just giving you the name of where your file will be, but as many Windows it should pop up straight away. It's just a case of running it and then remembering where the installation is going to be located. So we'll go ahead and download the installer. The pop-up should appear in just a few seconds. And there it is. Of course, we just want to run that one. Shouldn't take much longer than a minute to download this one. Okay, once it's finished its little download, you'll get the little warning box asking if you want to trust what you've downloaded. We do know where it's come from, so we're just going to go ahead and click on yes. Then we will be presented with the setup wizard, which is really easy to get through. It's really just a case of next, I agree. That is where the destination folder. It's always good to keep that in mind where exactly it is, just in case you need to find it for any reason. Again with next, and yeah, go ahead and install. And then just waiting for this one to go through. I say it's a very fast wizard, so go ahead and just finish it. Okay, so you've got your startup software already downloaded. You don't have to worry about actually launching anything on your system now. Whenever you use App Inventor, it should find the program files itself and just automatically go into it. And yeah, nothing to worry about on your end. And the next thing you really need to worry about is setting up your Android phone. For the purpose of the tutorials, I'm going to be using the emulator, because you can't see my phone if I'm recording my screen. So yeah, go ahead and follow that link at the bottom of the page to set up your Android phone. Now, as I said in the tutorials, you will need your handset available and the USB cable for it. It does go through a little bit about compatible phones. Don't worry too much about that because, as you can see, there's not a lot of phones listed there. And there's chances are your phone isn't even on there. My phone wasn't, and it still worked fine with the software that came with it. If you do find that it doesn't work though, so you've got the troubleshooting page here and the App Inventor user forum, There's a lot of friendly people on there with a lot of knowledge, so if you do get stuck, you can ask there. So yeah, just make sure you got your phone, make sure you've got your memory card installed. You do need that to save your files too. And then it's a case of really just going through these settings, making sure you've got the right ones in there. As I say, I can't show you this in action because you can't see my phone. But yeah, it's a case of just going through and making sure you've got the right settings. And then once that's done, you should be ready to go.